2021, we are back. It's the Master Channel Podcast for 2021. 2020 went by so quick. We're now in 2021. That's right. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, CX partner? What's happening, man?
Not too much, my brother. How y'all doing out there?
We chilling another year around the sun.
Yes, another one. And we're back at it.
Yes, sir. We got some new things planned out. We're gonna have a great year. Year's gonna go along just fine. We're gonna start this year on a nice note. Our guest today, all the way from Detroit and Flint, unfreqdblk, Rod Wallace, JB Swift. Welcome to the Master Channel. What's happening?
What up? What up? You hear me good?
Oh yeah, man, loud and clear, man. Glad to have you all on, man. As you don't know, they just released the project Unfreqdblk. Get it on Bandcamp. Go check out
Wallace.bandcamp.com. Yep.
Absolutely. Album Unfreqdblk. It's something special. I got a chance to listen to the project a couple days ago, and I'm just in awe, man. I just want to say congrats to y'all on a dope job on the project, man. We're gonna just talk a little bit about the project and how it came about and stuff. So without further ado, man, just take us back, man. Tell us how this all came to be.
Go ahead, JB.
Oh, okay. All right. From what I can remember, man, it was the summer I met y'all. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? It was the dirty 30. So it's my first time participating in that. And I remember I got there real early. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Rod and I think who else? Brett. Was it Brett Fullerton?
Brett Fullerton, I think, was there. Yep. Shout out to Brett Fullerton.
Yeah, shout out to Brett. And Rod brought it up then, you know what I'm saying? And then just from there, I just started sending him beats. And, right after that, COVID hit, you know what I'm saying? So we had to do everything, online, but it came together swell, man.
Absolutely. I was looking for somebody who was close to me, location-wise. I mean, we make a lot of music across the band with, but I was looking for somebody close to me to bond with, so I would have something to. I was thinking about doing a rap album, and I wanted somebody close to me that I could vibe with in person, and prepare something that I could do where I could perform it in the area or whatnot. Obviously, things got crazy, but we pressed forward. So now we sitting on a nice pool of music to be able to perform between myself, JB Swift, and hopefully Fields. Me and Fields gonna be doing some work together.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you guys got it. Go ahead, bro.
No, so what was the concept? I mean, what was the concept musically that you guys were aiming for?
So, I'm around a lot of influences right now. Like working in Ypsilanti, I'm around all kinds of different groups. I'm real close with a real lo-fi, atmospheric type act right now. Shout out to Danny Darling. She had a huge influence on me recently, just in terms of the music that I've been listening to. You got your rock elements, your jazz elements. Shout out to Speak Mahogany and everything that they're doing. And so I said, I want to make a straight up hip hop tape, like a rap tape. Mm-hmm. And I had been listening to a lot of Midnight Marauders, Tribe Called Quest, just really fantastic production that was actually real simple. A lot of filtered bass lines and stuff like that. So I had been wanting to do that. And JB Swift, when me and him started talking about the project, JB Swift, that's what JB Swift do. Just, to the gutter, just regular, just real hip hop, just straight hip hop. And, when I heard the beats and when we started listening to it, I instantly was like, when I listened to it, it's like smelling a Black and Mild.
Gotcha.
So we started calling it, we just started playing around with calling it Unfreqdblk, and JB Swift created a cover for it, and it really geeked me up for it. And then what I found was, in calling it Unfreqdblk, it meant a lot of different things than just the fact that the texture kind of reminded me of like smelling a Black and Mild.
Mm-hmm.
So just real quick, the reason that the cover is a Black and Mild That's Broken is because, and I spoke to it on the record, on one of the records, like if a person smoke Black and Milds and they break they black, what they gonna do?
Repair, surgery immediately. Take that tip off and squish the other side down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when somebody freak a black, they like rub some of the tobacco out, they press it, they bite the tip. So it's like they take something and they make it their own.
Right.
And even though it's technically destructive for them, they still make it belong to them. They make it their own. So that's kind of what I had been learning about hip hop. Right. Is that, we took all of this different stuff and we created something ourselves, and we continue to create something ourselves. Even when you look at sampling, we take music and we make it do what we want it to do. So this was unfreak, not a lot of EQ, not a lot of flair, flash and flare, except at the very end of the project, it get real instrumental for a quick second. And that's kind of leading me to where I'm going, because I want to work on more instrumental stuff, more varied stuff or whatever. But JB provided the landscape, the soundscape, and it was just inspirational from a lyrical sense.
Right.
Dope. Now, during the I know you're doing the process, of you guys completing this album, were you guys able to link up in person a lot, or was a lot done exchanging, sending files back and forth?
I think we linked up probably twice, because during that time I was like going to the hospital, like checking on my mom's, and
right.
So
right.
Grove is on the way there.
Okay.
So a couple of times I stopped there, we kicked it in the studio, but it was a lot of emailing back and forth.
That's dope, man. Yeah.
But when we connected, we always put in work, and he just came with, JB got so much that it was just like thumbing through records. Like,
wow. Damn.
This, that one, this one. And you instantly get that feel. And it's still records in the tuck that we didn't even use that, who knows, the record is not on streaming right now. It's just on Bandcamp, because I feel like streaming is more for archiving at this point, because people not, you're not gleaning no cheese off streaming. So let me put it on Bandcamp first. And we done already made more on Bandcamp than we probably would ever make in streaming, unless, it just completely go bananas, bonkers or whatever. But, we may put it on streaming and, add 2 or 3 or 4 more joints.
And that's a jewel right now. What Wallace had said, as far as the streaming, a lot of people get the, okay, it's good to have it on the streamer, but if you're trying to make some money, the bank, as far as the people that's putting projects together, man, throw it on Bandcamp. Let it,
Yeah, that's really been the ticket for us for some years right now. You know what I'm saying? And the Spotify's and iTunes Music and all those platforms are really used to just align yourself with what's going on, and catch some of the chemtrails of that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where everybody's at in a sense. But for independent artists, Bandcamp is definitely, and you ain't got to be independent actually for any artist, period.
Absolutely.
Can you?
Absolutely.
I got a question. Can you, real quick, just who's featured? You got any features on this project?
Yeah, we got Fields. Fields is on the joint.
Shout out Fields.
We got a rapper from Pontiac, Michigan called Snap Easy, down with Double Negative people.
Okay.
Double
Negative.
Shout out.
Snap Easy, Nerf. We also got some cats from a collective up here called Oasis Records. They both horn players. Josh Hype and his brother Houston Patton. Josh Hype played the trumpet. Houston Patton played the sax.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
My daughter is on it. She just got a little saying, but I always make sure I shout her out, because I make sure my kids is a part of everything I do.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
I gotta say this, man. I gotta give a shout out to Fields, man, because Fields is like the house rapper, man. House MC, man. Like he is. Like since I've been knowing him, every project we any of us do, especially collective, feels just like he the house dude on there, man. You know, he like a house musician, man. He that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, Bills is a beast, man.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
Great energy. And you know, I attribute a lot to this whole, you know, us being in quarantine. To him, he was always ready to let's get it cracking. Hey man, send that, let's go. And you as well, Wallace.
Yeah,
you guys kept people busy. Believe it or not, you know, now that we can look back at that, man, you guys were definitely instrumental in that.
Yeah,
people
absolutely. I mean, when you think about it, when we did East Grand, and shout out to everybody who was on East Grand and 6 Feet, I still get a lot of compliments about both of them projects. You know, Fields was all over East Grand.
Yes.
Fields was all over 6 Feet. And I think that was what we needed at the time. We was all putting out individual projects and stuff, and, you know, Mental Rhyme and, you know, a couple of other people rhyme, but Fields came in and he could kind of wrap his mind around anything that was coming out. He'll go at anything that he could vibe to. So it just added another dimension. And I think it made us all kind of believe that, you know, we could really keep this thing in house.
Right.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, most definitely.
He inspired me. He on the song First Team All State on the project on Unfreqdblk.
Yep.
I sent him the beat and he sent me his verse. You know, I sent him the beat. He sent me his verse back first. And I was like, I still think he killed me on my own joint. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I had to step my game up, you know, from a lyrical standpoint. And yeah,
we challenged each other. And by the way, the project has all the lyrics as well, so you guys will be able to check the lyrics out on all the tracks as well. Right.
Now, just for the nerds out there, I'm gonna ask you, Swift, since you didn't amass the whole arsenal of Guitar Center gear, you know what I'm saying? You look like you got the Infinity Stones over there too, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's why I called you. That's why I had to get some advice. You know what I'm saying? Me and CX, we stayed on the phone for like an hour, man.
Yeah, we did. And what was most of the tracks made on? The ones that you made?
The ones that I made, the X and the Live 2. So you know how they go with the Live. You know, if I'm outside or, you know, like in my backyard or something, and I want to do something.
Right.
I got the Live with me, but you know, for the most part, I'm always in the basement. So it's always the X. Now, I'm still practicing this force, and I'm not posting no videos of me on this force until I get it down, because I'll be damned if I get embarrassed.
Well, I tell you what you do. Won't you send me that stand? And then when you ready to post videos, I'll send you the stand back. But also too, Wallace, man, what was you using, man? Because I know you migrating a little more to Logic, not just for mixing and engineering no more. You more, it's that update.
Yeah, a lot of it is in Logic. The joint Slush on there was made using Machine and Cubase. That beat, that joint is a little bit older, but it just fit the vibe. Expire Expended was made exclusively in Logic. Please Listen to My Demons was in Machine and in Logic as well. I use Machine to kind of flesh out, you know, the initial sequences and get my drums right. It's just nothing like hitting them pads, man.
Right.
Nothing like hitting them pads. So I fleshed that out, and then I poured it over to Logic, and then that's when I do all my editing, all my mixing, all of my craziness that I do. I do it right in Logic. So shout out to Logic. Logic has come through and crushed the buildings for me and my setup.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. So let me ask you guys this. I know both of you have probably different answers. What is your favorite track on this project and why?
Oh man, you know what? I think I gotta say, Cap is Out of Control. I love that song. I mean, because the subject matter from beginning to end is all true. You know what I'm saying? How cats just be out here just You know, they everything on Facebook, they everything on IG. But when you see them, you know what I'm saying, you see what the real is.
Oh man, you ain't hit that on the nail. Straight up.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always tell when you catch one by themselves. You know.
No, but why that joint?
For me, it's a tie. And it's interesting you bring that up because I haven't really thought about it. I think Expire Expanded, the last song.
That was my next one.
Because, you know, making music is telling a story. And it got a person talking about how to write a story, how to write a good story. And the fact that, you know, life is stranger than fiction because, you know, fiction got to make sense.
Right.
And on it, I'm talking about how, you know, we always talk about dying empty. And it talks about why that's important. And then I got to talk about, you know, the fact that I was out here. One of the reasons that I didn't rap was because it's so political and it's so personal to me. I didn't want to be involved in this conversation about who this and who the best and who this and who that. And it's not like I couldn't take criticism, but it was like, you know, it's not wrestling to me. You know what I'm saying? This is the expression that I have. So I was talking about how I was trying to find acceptance amongst, you know, this entire arena of hip hop and rap when I have the kids and the young people who I work with for 20 years, they already think I'm larger than life to a degree. Many of them do, I should say. And so let me rap for them and speak for them and speak for the families and the people whose lives have touched me. Let me focus on serving them instead of serving this fake kind of this political environment. And also, again, at the end, it just, I'm trying to move into bigger and different things like scoring movies and doing a lot of audio work that's bigger than just putting out tapes. Although putting out tapes obviously is the front. So that's important to me. But then the other one is keep it moving because it's a story behind that song, man. You know, I wanted to spotlight, like we look for these reasons and examples why we do what we do. And we got examples right amongst us about why it's important to keep it popping and keep it moving forward. So I spoke to that. And then I talked about myself. I talked about the fact that I don't, you know, I'm like Earl Sweatshirt, man. I don't go outside these days.
Sure.
You know, for a lot of different reasons. I mean, I go outside, I move around when I need to. Don't get me wrong. I ain't a shut-in, but when it comes to self-doubt, it's about you. You talking about what they doing, but they is you. You saying that to yourself. So I would say both of them too.
Dope. Yeah, check. I love the fact. I mean, this is great stuff. I mean, as far as, and I like what you say when you're talking to the people that you have inspired for a long, you know, during the years and stuff, man. So that's dope that you have an audience and someone that you're talking to, which in turn, now you have some, you know what I'm saying? That's great. A lot of people don't have that, you know, I'm gonna say coping mechanism. I'm not coping mechanism. I mean, like, you know, someone you're talking to. I remember people, me hearing people saying I don't have anything to say. I disagree with that, man. I think there's a lot to be said, not only on what's going on, but how can we solve a lot of these problems that's going on, man, in our inner cities and just life in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I think I will also say that, you know, for me, it's not easy to write rhymes, you know, because I try to put a lot of thought into what I'm saying. And I think if I created like a caricature of myself in my mind, it's easy for me to write some Gorilla Monsoon rap, like my raps do this, my rhymes do this, my chick look like that. It's easy for me to do that. But really writing some thought-provoking stuff, it take me a minute because I really want to be focused on doing and saying the right thing. So
Right. It's a difference with boasting and when you're trying to put something out there intelligent and legible, you know what I'm saying? So it's,
I admire that.
Tend to overthink, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Make sure you say the right things.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's power in your words, man.
Yeah.
It's power in your words. Yep.
More than ever. Funny thing, real quick, off topic. You just gonna sit and you gonna rap to me and tell me how you gonna take me out? Slug upside the side of the head?
What you mean?
No, we were talking a while back about these rappers, how they gonna kill. So you gonna just rap to me? How you gonna kill me?
Yeah, right.
Take me.
Right. Right. And I mean, I recognize the fact that a gun is a metaphor in rap. You know what I'm saying? It's a metaphor. It's like, this is what my skills can do. You know what I'm saying? More than it's like, I'm we all know the science on the whole battle rapping and all that. You know what I mean? I get it. But if you really want to say something that speak to people, you got to explore something different.
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
definitely.
Straight up.
You're right about that. And what was I ready to say? Man, it's been a while, man. This is the first one, in months.
Man.
And we're very privileged, man, to have you guys here, man. And excuse the delays and everything, man, because especially with me, because I've been more introverted for a while right now. So
it's all good, man.
All good.
I'm thankful to be here.
Hey, man, thanks for y'all for being on. Straight up.
And I mean, let me ask you guys this. I think Wallace also is a good curator when it comes to beats. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because from somebody, I'm pretty sure all of us make beats in volumes. You understand what I'm saying? And JB, how'd you know when to stop? Or did Wallace stop you?
Basically, Wallace stopped me. I would just sending him joints.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then he would send me something back, that he had been working on. But originally he said like 7 or 8 beats or something like that. 7, 8, 9 beats.
Right.
I think I sent more than that for sure.
Wow.
Just if I could say, like, it's 4. I think I did 3 joints and he did 4. I mean, he did 4 that actually made the tape, but all of the interludes, so he did all the interludes, and then, like I said, it's like we got 3 more joints at least that's in the tuck.
Oh, okay.
We got a joint called Charlie Batch. We got a joint called
Charlie Batch.
Right. We got a couple of joints that's kind of in the tuck that we may end up, we may put a deluxe out. And then we may just end up, like, one thing we talked about, I don't really want to put it out there, but we may just end up remixing the whole album at some point. Why not?
Right.
I think that's a good thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, since we got a collective like that,
right.
When you kind of get tired of the album, not really get tired of it, but you like, I want a different look or a different feel for it.
Mm-hmm.
That some people in the collective remix it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. To be honest, at one point I talked to JB about, I actually talked to JB and Gadget. No, maybe I shouldn't let the cat out the bag, but why not put out the joints, the acapellas, the instrumentals, and maybe even put the stems out?
Yeah.
And don't name the stems and let, make it a project. Let people kind of put it together for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not a bad idea.
It's infinite possibilities. People could come up with anything just on the whim. So, yeah. You got to have a different strategy these days, man.
You do. Things have definitely changed. Would you say that things drastically have changed in the last, obviously this last year, as far as, COVID and everything, but I think a lot of this stuff that's changed is here to stay. So people are going to have to start approaching things a little bit differently now. And, and it's a lot of stuff going outside the power of this internet. More people are going to be flocking to the internet now, a lot of shows being at a minimum and things like that. So, start being creative.
I think also this has motivated us a little more. It kind of isolated us, but it also made us use these means of technology that's been there for the longest time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It really made us focus on that. I mean, I'm not trying to toot, our horn, but as far as Scratch Magazine, Dirty Old Men, literally, we all are not really in the same vicinity of each other. So this is how we've been working for years, actually, to be honest with you. This is how we've been working. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's just old to see someone having problems logging on to like a call or trying to play their music through their computer and stuff. And it's like, man, like we've been doing this for like 5 years already. It's like, second nature to us. So I gotta remember sometimes a lot of people, that's not how they, communicate it. But we doing so much every week playing music and stuff and hear this, hear that. So it's I think we're kind of ahead of the curve when it comes to that.
Now, I know JB, you said in Wallace, y'all said y'all met up a couple times, but most of the album was done, sending files back and forth, right?
Yeah. Yep, most definitely, because I was working on stuff over here, you know what I'm saying? So like once I sent him some stuff, I just continue to work it on, whatever I was on, me and Rye Bread's, albums, or either this new Reinvented 3 joint, So I'm still working.
JB, you a busy dude, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man.
I tried, man. I'm telling you, for a minute, like this past year, I didn't touch none of my equipment. I couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think we was just all stunned off of this COVID, and I would just literally just come in the lab and just sit here. I mean, I couldn't beat to save my life, man. But once I could, I was just making like as many as I could. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
I've been that way too for this year, and I'm kind of been missing out on everything that everybody shit. I missed out on the whole goddamn album that they did. You know what I'm saying? That old Dirty Old Man did.
Yeah, but Pete, it's been a trying time, man, for a lot of people. I think people have been around us. We've been blessed, as far as, being able to continue to work and stuff like that. I know of some people, family members that have, haven't worked in almost a year because of all this going on. So, and I was just saying the other day, things are starting to, for me, a couple of things have happened and I wasn't able to do because of the situation. And I'm like, wow, like I'm really kind of stressed out about this a little bit. But then I think, man, like that's peanuts compared to people losing everything they have or about to lose it, because as soon as this thing runs out, as far as with the evictions and foreclosures and things like that, people are going to be scrambling, and these balloon mortgage payments that people ain't paid their mortgage in almost a year and stuff. So I think it's the start, not the end. And I just pray that people that I know, people around me, good people out there trying to make a way in life, don't get screwed over. But it's definitely, my point is, it's definitely a stressful time, and real I'm real big on mental health more than ever, because I know I need that to keep everything intact and everything glued together. But it is, man, and the last thing some people think of doing sometimes is sitting down and creating something.
Yeah, that's what I was ready to ask both of them that. I mean, how much did that influence the project and what y'all were doing? Did some of that like mesh over into what y'all were doing, influence it?
I wouldn't say for me, nah, because just like everybody, I think beats is therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was doing them for the sake of my own mental health.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, to just prove to myself that I could still do something.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I don't think it really influenced nothing besides like that little period of time where I was just stuck to the chair, couldn't do shit. Oh, my bad. I ain't know if we can cuss on.
No, you good.
Oh, you good?
Good. You Gucci.
But yeah, man. For me, it didn't.
Right.
I think for me, this project was a little bit more broad because I was rhyming on it. So I kind of I tried to capture a general sense of Rod Wallace's perspective from a lyrical side. Like, it started with the funeral of my pops, you know what I'm saying? And that had a huge effect on me in the last few years. And it kind of gave me a fuel to really say, you know, I need to tell my story because it's a finality to life.
Absolutely.
I think that as far as COVID and everything, I think personally, I think that we did a good job kind of scratching that itch with 6 feet. And we kind of covered all the emotions and everything that was involved in the social unrest that happened over the summer. We kind of captured a lot of that with the music we did on 6 feet. But yeah, I mean, everybody has said it, it's therapy, man. It's, you know, I mean, when you think about it in its essence, if you're a producer or you're a creative, period, it's a dream come true to be able to be in a position where you're supposed to stay in the crib.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do, you got the ability to do that, but it ain't like that. You know, you got your kids and you might have homeschool and you might still be working. I feel like I worked harder this year, you know, at my job than I did when I'm working in my office. So, it's just, it helped me kind of, again, scratching that itch. It helped me kind of express all the things that I felt like I would need to say if there was something to ever happen to me.
Right.
You know, I talked about, you know, honoring my pops. I talked about showing respect to the people around me who I look up to. I talked about the kids who I've taught. I talked about, you know, people being honest, and as well as the fact that it's a lot of people that can't fuck with me on the mic. So, you know, I kind of wanted to express all that, you know, and now I can kind of go back into my hole, you know, and say, if anybody asks if I can rhyme or whatever, they can just check that, you know what I'm saying? Or how I felt about this or that. So, you know, now it's just back to the beats as a creative expression and an expression of my mental health.
Let me ask you this, Wallace. Do you feel like you rhyme better when you got somebody to challenge you? Not really challenge you, but that's on the track with you.
Yes.
I kind of figured.
Yeah. And I
That's
mean,
encouragement.
you know, I'm not, you know, I can't say that, you know, I'm better than A, B, and C or whatever. I can't really say that. But what I can say is I know I come from an angle that's a lot different than a lot of people.
Right.
And I make my presence known. Well, that's kind of what really got that I've always kind of known that, like, if I do rap on some shit, I'm gonna make my presence known, and other people can do the same. They may make it known, but I'm gonna be unique.
Right. I asked that because I know sometimes some people, they could be vicious, you know, and when they have another person on the track with them, it just brings something else out of them, because it's like a unwritten word of competition. You understand what I'm saying?
Friendly fight.
Yeah, it's like a word of competition. I don't rap, but I've been around enough rappers. You know what I'm saying?
But you've been playing beats with cats.
Yeah.
Hip hop is competitive, man.
Always
Hip-hop,
been.
It is.
It's competitive no matter which way you want to scratch it. If you a non-competitive kind of person, you know, I was raised to look up to cats like Joe Dumars and Barry Sanders as opposed to, you know, the rah-rah cats or whatever. So I just kind of let what I do speak for itself. But I can't lie and tell you that when I'm putting my work in with other people, I'm about to, you know, if I go to a cypher tonight, you know, although I'm there to connect, you know, show love and this, that, and the third,
right?
You know, I still want to make an impact.
Right.
It ain't no prize, but you know, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm right. Hey.
That's why somebody like Wide Body win every Dirty 30 there is, because the beats and he mad humble, and you know, his beats slap a certain way, and he want them to slap a certain way because his mindset is, oh, you about to know this is me.
Yeah. You got that right. You got that right.
Straight up.
You got that right. That's his thing, and I kept telling him that for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you got that hoodie, with that black wool hat on, you know what I'm saying? With that mask on, and how you want it. You know, it's like Burger King. You can have it your way, or I'm gonna give it to you my way. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is about Wide Body is that, you know, that line of that measure be right there, and his beat just be just a little bit ahead, just so it can catch you. It just grab you. Every snare grab you. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. And I don't even know if it's something you do on purpose, but
I appreciate it. I mean, and I like I told CX, I mean, a lot of what I am and what I do is because of the company that I surround myself with, being y'all. And a lot of y'all went into that. You know, I remember shit back when I first met CX, and me and CX, man, we kind of like, man, I like he said the other day, like I felt like I knew CX since I've been like 9 years old, like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we connected from the rip. I used to just hit him up because I was a big fan of CX's before I even knew him. Little did he know. So I met him like, man, I knew be able to call him and talk to him. He always was real friendly with the, you know, hey, doing this, even though CX where he comes from, you know, that's a, you know, a rule that, hey, that ain't how we do stuff. And I understood that. So yeah, man, a lot of that I attribute to being around y'all, man. I got about good 10 years of training, if you will, but just surrounding myself with cats like y'all, man. So that stuff pushes me, man, makes me want to be better, man, because the stuff I listen to from y'all be like, man, I gotta keep up the pace here, you know.
That's exactly why I had to run up on y'all, man, in the restaurant.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Cats trying to eat, and I just infiltrated they
All gravy.
Like, oh, what up, though?
It's all gravy, baby. Straight up.
I wouldn't have made, when I first started making beats again was when I ran across CX. And when CX was on that Scratch Magazine thing, I was like, that's what I want to do.
Wow.
When he made the beats across the keyboard.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I never forget that. I will never forget that. It was when I had first cause I had my little micro.
Right.
You know, I had been making beats before 07, and then I stopped for 5 years, and then I came back and I was looking up beats and stuff like that. And I don't quite remember when your video dropped, but it was around the time I first got back into it. And your chops is always on some melodicness.
Yeah.
Man. It's always a melody. So yeah.
That was Belle Biv DeVoe?
Right.
It sound like, man, get out of here.
All right, man.
Right.
I appreciate that from y'all, man. I do. And but tonight it's about y'all, man. You know, and y'all inspire me. You know, now I feel like, you know, I need to come out with some more work myself, you know.
Please do.
And
I'll rhyme on it.
I know, and I know it's in good hands. You know, I know it's in good hands when it comes to you, Wallace, as well. And let me ask y'all another question. What are your expectations for the album?
I'm gonna let Wallace answer that, man. But I'm just happy it's out. I'm happy to have a finished body of work with this brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it came out better than I could have imagined. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was telling him, I've never heard my beats this crispy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He tended to do
Wallace
that.
effect.
He tended to do that.
Yeah,
exactly. He sprinkled his magic on it, man, and just like AS. You know what I'm saying, with the double trouble joint.
Shout out AS.
Yeah,
he brought some talented cats, man. It's about time for another DOM album, man. What's up?
Hey,
I'm here.
Ooh-wee. I think for me, it's just I'm really trying to step up this content game.
Right.
You know, we Dirty Old Men put out over 20 projects last year, and we have the ability to capitalize on all of this content incrementally.
Yes.
To really connect with audiences, connect with our audience, build a vibe for people like us. And I think this album is a part of that. You know, I mean, we sell records, that's cool. We get streams, that's cool. But really using it to connect with people is really valuable for me. And you know, I think that everyone leads to the next one. You
Right.
know, JB, it's in the midst. Like JB got Reinvented 3 coming out. JB got the Double Trouble joint that was out. You know what I'm saying? I did the projects last year, and I'm already starting to work on beats for the next one. Or, you know, we got some other things in the tuck as a group that we, you know, just talked about today. You know, to put into fruition. So it's all about building.
Yep.
It's all about building. So and shouts out, I want to say real quick, shouts out to everybody that's been supporting it so far. It's been really fantastic to see people responding positively to it.
Absolutely. It's
a good thing.
It's worth the price of admission. I'll go ahead and say that. Make sure you go cop that RodWallacebandcamp.com. Check out that Unfree Black. Check out the 734. Check out the Rod Bread. It's all coming from a good place. So that's what we do here, man. We want to, promote. We want to, it's 2021. Things we moving. Things gonna get done. We already talked about another project. Just content out there. There's content, and then there's this content. So, you know what I'm saying. So, I want to ask real quick from both of y'all. Can you tell the audience what you guys have, if you can, what's in the works, what you got, planned in the future, upcoming projects, ventures, anything of that nature?
Let me see. I'll start off. Reinvented 3. We finishing that up, man. I'm hoping to get that out by February. Me and Rod Bread got another one from MI to PA3. That's done, but we working on mixes and stuff. Man, I know I'm missing something. Me and AS Double Trouble 2. Sometime
Wow.
2021. I got a project with DJ Rage coming out.
Oh, damn.
Shit. Okay.
Tim White.
Yeah.
Shout out Tim White.
Shout out to Tim White. Wow.
My tribute joint to my mom, man, Gloria, and Pops. So I got like 8 projects I'm working on, man. It's nuts.
Wow.
That's
oh man, y'all the inspiration, man, for real. And I think
you the inspiration.
For real, man. Like since the day RTO hit me up and asked me to be in DOM, man. Trust me, that was a hell of a spark that I needed. You know what I'm saying? So truthfully, thank all of y'all. Y'all brother.
We thank you.
Thank you too, man.
No doubt.
Straight up. Real shit.
Like I said, we're we're gonna be working with an artist on producing an album for her. Yeah, producing an album for her. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Producing an album for her. The Amplify Fellowship, which I helped to found, is currently producing 3 projects to come out in the summer. One is one is with Danny Darling, who has done a lot of lo-fi atmospheric work. So that's going to be a new challenge and a new direction for me. And I'm not doing all the production or anything. I'm just getting an opportunity to just participate and offer feedback and stuff like that and sit in as exec producer. Then we also have Kenyatta Rashawn, who's an R&B artist. She's going to be doing more of a straight R&B album. So participating with that, shouts out to her, shouts out to Sam Watson and Ken Esther. And Brooklyn Beats, they're gonna be doing a lot of work on that project. And I just get a chance to be a fly on the wall with that. And from an administrative point, make sure that it's successful. And then we also have London Beck. They are what I call an auteur. They have the ability to produce, engineer, play multiple instruments, sing, everything. And they have done a lot of work involving kind of like electronica kind of music. Right. So I get an opportunity to learn from them. All those will be out in the summer. I'm going to be trying to work on a monthly beat tape series as well, just throwing joints out there. And they're going to all have different vibes. I'm starting to really get into trap. I'm starting to really get into learning. I want to master that square. I want to master the D-boy rap from Detroit Square. I want to master, you know, the R&B Snow Allegra type joints. I want to master all of that and explore all of those, as well as work on scores. And then there's another Formula 734 project that's being talked about. So, yeah, working on a lot of music.
Like a eventful year. Kind of running short on time here. Real quick, man, before we get out of here, can you guys give us your social media handles so the audience can check you guys out during this venture, your guys' ventures?
Yes, sir. JB Swift Productions on Instagram, on Twitter. I think it's JB Swift. It's JB Swift's Beats 1. I'm not on Twitter a lot, so I'll be forgetting that.
Me neither.
Let me see. And then JB Swift on Facebook.
YouTube.
At Bandcamp too.
What about YouTube?
I got a YouTube channel, man, but I ain't posted nothing on there in like 3 years. I'm slacking.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's the next venture.
For me, Instagram and Twitter is Where is Wallace? Like, where is Wallace? Where is Wallace? YouTube, haven't been real busy, but YouTube is gonna be Project Plugin, as well as the Amplify Project. That's where a lot of the content that I'm doing. I'm supposed to be working on a podcast called the Zero Noise Podcast with Rob Wallace, where I'll be interviewing musicians and talking about music from a progressive standpoint. Check that out. The Amplify Project, Project Plugin. Again, social media is Where is Wallace? That's where I do the majority of the stuff. And then you can check out the music that I make at robwallace.bandcamp.com. Support.
Absolutely. CX, anything you want to add, brother?
That's basically it. They gave their social media handles, Bandcamp handles. That's it. We definitely appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
You know, you guys are really setting off the new year for us as well.
Right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Echo what he said. So once again, thanks for coming on. unfreqdblk, go check that out. Rob Wallace at bandcamp.com. Go check that out. Check these guys out on their sites. They're gonna be doing big things. You guys have heard it here. And that's it, man. We're gonna wrap up the Master Channel. Before I do, I'd like to thank our sponsors.
Wait a minute. I got a question.
What's that?
JB Swift.
Yo.
What's on your Master Channel? I know it's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask that.
Hey, to be honest with you, Wallace, this is kind of like the last format right here. Our next format is going to be totally different.
Okay.
You're actually going to see what's on somebody's
Master Channel. Bring the visuals in.
What you got on that master bus over there, JB Swift?
Man, let me see what's on this.
Impressive.
Mother Ducker and Para EQ.
Great effects. That Para EQ is my baby.
Yeah, mine too.
All right, so that'll do it for this episode. Before I get out of here, I'd like to thank our sponsors. The Master Channel podcast brought to you by Pop Pop's Woodshop. Pop Pop's Woodshop, specializing in custom woodworking, coffee tables, china cabinets. They do it all. They are dedicated to providing you with the top quality work and the utmost professionalism. Call them today, 1-800-286-5233. Use the code PIC, P-I-C. That's 1-800-286-5233. That is Pop Pop's Woodshop. Done with the sponsors. Want to thank these brothers, JB Swift, Rob Wallace, for coming out once again to the Master Channel podcast. I am DJ Wild Body.
And I'm CX, the producer.
And this was the Master Channel. We got into ins and outs of this thing of ours called hip hop. Join us next time on the playback. Check us out on YouTube and other sites as well. The Master Channel 2021. For CX, the producer, I am DJ Wild Body, saying peace and love and blessings to you all. Peace.
Peace.